But anyway, yeah, Debbie's on YouTube. The water and sand are a pour from earlier this week, and it's recorded as well. Thanks. So that's two separate videos. So she did the pour on one and then the art on another video. So yeah, isn't that awesome, guys? So yeah, y'all go follow Debbie Epps. And again, if you want to see Juju's, she's on Instagram and Twitter. Okay, so now I want to talk about the Nicholas. Well, he goes by Nick Filbert. I'm not going to try to pronounce his name here. Um, but he apparently, now this is just what I'm guessing. I mean, no, I'm not guessing. I was kind of got the idea from chat here that this came out first, but because it was printed it was in Indonesia, it didn't have worldwide fame and probably wasn't on Amazon or whatever. So anyway, this one was printed in the United States, and everybody knows about the Fantasia book. And I've done a couple things in here. I've done the mermaid. It's not quite, the background's not quite done, but you can see I've got her stickled up and all glittery and shimmery. So I have to finish the background of her, and then I'm working on the Aladdin girl, and then everybody wants me to do the Medusa next. So yeah, so Kenny sent me this one a couple months ago, I think. And I love the art, and I've shown it. I've done a flip, and it's out there. Everybody has probably seen flips of this. So I got to get back to work on that. And then Tracy C., who's Squaw Moon, sent me this, and she ordered it from Indonesia. So I think that's the only place that you could get it. And a couple other girls here have it, and they've said they've been afraid to color in it. Melody. And so I'm not sure if it's Serene or Serene or Serene or how it's pronounced. But I mean, it's spelled Serene, but yeah. It's probably something like Serene or something like that. Something really pretty and exotic. So I'm going to do a flip for you guys in this, and I have started a page in it. And then after I started it last night, while Hubster went to bed and was watching TV, I snuck back over here and started coloring. Then I saw on Instagram there's a couple other girls coloring the same page. Now we're totally coloring them totally different, but I thought, oh, I should have started on something else because it seems like everybody's picking the same page to color. But anyway, so I'm going to show you the flip through here. And again, his name on Instagram is Nick Filbert. And it looks a little white. I mean, it looks a little pink again. White kind of has a tendency to go pink here, so I'll tilt it up just a little. Maybe I'll put, let me put my, don't be cranky. Let's kind of prop it up a little like that, maybe. So hopefully y'all be able to see. Now, that's too propped up. Let's see. A little less propped up. Something smaller than that. Okay, here. Let's go with my parchment paper. There we go. Just so it's a little propped up so that it takes a little of the pink off of there. So, yeah. I'm not sure if this is, I guess that's his signature. It looks hand-signed, like, in the circle there. All right, so here we go. I'm just going to do a flip. They are stunning. Beautiful. And the book is 9.5 by 13.5. It's quite large, and also the paper is probably I'd say 110 weight maybe. Very thick paper, and it is one-sided, so that if you want to use markers, alcohol-based markers, you could take them out. And I'll end up taking this book apart. I'll take it apart as I work on it. Because I'm going to want them each individually, I want them individual. And so anyway, hopefully we're in focus, guys. Y'all can tell me here. I'm trying to just keep it like that. So I'm going to do a flip here. Isn't it? Look at this. Beautiful. And the right about there is probably its true inkness. If I lay it any flatter, it flashes out some. So look at the detail in this. Well, I don't have autofocus on it. I just have to roll with this because it's a big book. It's so big. Look at the little baby bird and the hair and the nest and the eggs in her hair. I love this one too. I almost went with this one for the first color. This one has a snake all in there, hidden in there. Isn't it? I know. It is stunning. That's a good. It is a good word. Here's a stone angel, like a cemetery angel. She's like all, like you can tell she's like stone with the little cracks and everything. I hope y'all are able to see pretty well. Isn't it beautiful art? It is beautiful. And I love her too. I love all of them. She even has little freckles. His faces are beautiful, aren't they, Eileen? And there's so many. I didn't count them, but there's probably maybe, I don't know, I need to count them. She's beautiful. They're all beautiful. There's none that aren't beautiful. A steampunk-like one with all the gears. And of course, you know, with the clock around her. Holding her little cat on our steampunk throne. I'm trying to keep it nice and clear for you guys. I want to do his artwork justice. She has a fish on her head, look. Fish, feathers, all kinds of little, it's like a whole bunch of stuff that was found. She made a hat out of it. So much detail. Jewels and little baubles, feathers, leaves. There's so much in there. And then like a little sea urchin girl washed up. This one's like kind of like a warrior angel princess. It is a lot of detail for sure, Jean. A lot of, there's an octopus, fish, seaweed, and kelp. All kinds of coral there, coral and seaweed. And these look like some kind of, you know, I don't know, maybe the good and evil twin. And then these three girls. I'm trying to, okay, then we got a couple that are vertical here. And they're so big. They're 9.5 by 13. They're like little mini posters. A floral girl. Kind of a wood nymph looking girl. Love her as well. I love it when they have all their, fancy hats and costumes. Because you can just color them any way you want, you know? You're gonna might buy the Mysterious Library, Jean. Yeah, that's a good one too. Another girl sitting on a fence. But look how like the leaves and everything are wrapped around it. It's just beautiful. And then the last one is the one I started working on. So here's what I've done so far. And she's so pale, she's got, you can see the blue under her skin. So yeah, so this is what I'm working on now. And she has blue eyes, blue hair, blue lips. So this is as far as I got last night. So I don't know if I want to continue working on her because there's no video for this. This is just my own time last night. Or start another one and just continue working on this one by myself. Yeah, and a lot of other people, well, not a lot, say 2 or 3 that I've seen that are coloring in this have started with her. And it's like, oh, everybody's coloring her. I should have picked, well, I didn't know. So, yeah, but that's why, I mean, look at her face. Everybody's picking her, I know, because of her little face. I think one person did her hair brown. Another one did it, was it red? I don't remember now. But anyway, so, but I didn't know that people were already coloring her first off. So, yeah. Like she's cold, yeah. So that's as far as I got. So I think I might just start another one and continue to work on her in my own time and not on video because I've already started her and there's no video on for her. So I might pick another one. So let me count how many pages are, because it didn't say at the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30 pages. So there's 30 pictures. 30 of them. That's a lot. It says, and the book is like, I mean, the paper is so nice and thick. So that's what the cover looks like. Here's the back. And it just has his name copyrighted down here. But he goes, if y'all want to find him on Instagram, he's Nick Filbert. And then this was printed in Indonesia. And Tracy sent me the packaging that it came in too. I think she ordered herself one and me one. So she but she kept it in the Indonesian package and put that in another package to mail to me. So it was kind of cool to see that too. Yeah, it can be a nighttime if it's blue hair too. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So anyway, so y'all have any questions so far? Anything yet? I didn't see, because I was showing, so I didn't see a lot of chat. Thanks everybody for being here. Hey, Beady Eye Beth. I was just saying her name. Nick told me he has another color book coming out very soon. Yeah, does he have a Facebook group, Jen? Or does he just have a Facebook page? I don't follow him on Facebook, so I don't know. So Jen said that he's got another one coming out very soon. They need to have this one printed in the U.S. It's printed in Indonesia. It makes it hard to get. Hey, Elizabeth. Janice, Bunny. Who else am I missing here? I'm sure I missed saying hi. Karen B. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Corinne, Crafting Amy, Denise NJ, New Jersey. DeMonte. Scrolling. Franna. I think I said hi to Rebecca. Carrie Ann, Kimberly, Kimmy Poo, Kingor, Lori, Lindair, Magda, Melody, Mindy, Motormouth. Hey, Motormouth. I don't know if he has a Facebook group. Okay, you don't know if he has a Facebook. Okay. So, yeah. So I want to color something in this. Sand Pat, Patty, Shell, Shalene. Thanks, everybody. Scoobs. Scoobs is eating and she has to run out. Twinkle Toes. Valerie, Vicky. Thanks, Terry L. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Barb. And Nina Beaner. I said hi to a bunch of people before I hit record, so thanks, everybody. Got quite a group here for a Friday, because Fridays are kind of impromptu, because I never know for sure if I'm going to stream on a Friday. Yeah, and some of the books are thinner paper. This is not. This is like poster. I mean, this is heavy cardstock. And like I said, I'll probably take them out individually as I, get them done. So now let's just go ahead and pick. I really like her too. I like a lot of them. I mean, I gotta say, I like a lot. And the book is sewn. It's sewn bound in. I will zoom in and focus when we go to color. But maybe I want to do one a little different. I like the bird with the eggs. Looks like she's got an octopus wrapped around her. I mean, there's a tentacle there. I'm not seeing an octopus. It must be behind her. It's just got the little tentacles there. Do you know what website she found the book on? No, I don't. If y'all see Tracy, her name is Squaw Moon. If y'all see her, ask her. I told her I was going to try to stream today, but she didn't say if she could be here or not. So, I emailed her to thank her. It's a stunning book. So let's see what I want to color. I love her too. She looks like she needs to be a blonde. And she's got some fur right there. And some kind of a wheel thing. It's like her head is in a dream catcher. I'm trying to make up the stories. The book sold out, he said. Okay. I really like that. I love this one too, with all the feathers. I might go with her. And she looks like I could do her as a dark-skinned girl. Maybe her. Hard to choose. He's restocking it? Okay, good. I hope so, because it's an awesome book. And it's just so thick. Like I said, they're like posters. Let's see. This one I can just see all in blues and greens. Greens and teals. That's a lot of work, though. I didn't get it done in a day. Just saying. I'll readjust when I go to color. But this would be pretty to do in blues and greens. A lot of tiny little details. So I'm kind of torn between this one and this one with a fish on her head so far. I love this one though too, like the warrior angel thing here. This one would be a good one in blues and coral colors. It's like a sea color. Okay, I think I'll go with one of those two. Let's see, it's thick. There we go. Okay. Okay, I think I have to decide between this one or this one. I'll fix the lighting here in a minute, guys. This one is a lot of detail. This one may be better for a recording. I think we'll go with her. Okay, and again, I got to figure out how. I almost need to cut it out because it's like everything's like right there, and I don't have much room. I could probably let me move the camera down. Hang on, guys. Let me adjust my camera here. Get it a little closer to me. so I can have this a little closer to me. Okay, Scoobs. All right, so I think we'll go ahead and do, at least start her, right? And I'll have to zoom in and we'll readjust here. Hang on. Let's see if I can get the light right. Because I want to get the white off of it. I mean the pink off of it. Let's see. That's pretty good. Maybe a little brighter. No, I think that's pretty good right there. Does that look pretty good to y'all? I think so. I'll just kind of have to move it around. It's a big book, so it's a little tricky to move around. But yeah. Let me go over to the one I've colored to test the color here. See, it wants to flash out. Let me adjust that by this, because I think I can adjust it better by color here. It's not too bad. It's pretty close. So, all right, let's go back. Alrighty. Hey, Mag. Did you do more stickers? No. 3 hours was enough. That was what I did yesterday. Yeah, and sorting stickers. I know. Alright, so I may need to move all these paints. I'm going to probably be knocking them over. I have all my acrylic paints I've been using like right here in front of me. And the book is going to be like right there. So, yeah. So if y'all have any questions, put them in caps, and we're going to start on this. Again, we're coloring in, I'm not sure if it's Serene or Serene, but yeah. So I think I want her to have a little darker skin. And I haven't planned out any of these guys. So I don't know, what colors or anything yet I want to do. Her clothing, I gotta just kind of think a minute, because the other one I know I thought about blue and green, but I hadn't really thought about this one yet. So we're gonna start her. Let's see what else she's got in her hair here. She's got, looks like some eggs maybe. I don't know that it's anything in particular, just all kinds of little feathery bits. This looks like metal flowering, like metal jewelry here, all along here. That would be good to do with a gold pen or a wash or something. I don't know if I want to do a wash on these yet, if I just want to go straight with pencil. I'm taking a moment. Give me a moment. Okay, Eileen. Give me a moment. I think I'll just at least start with pencil, because I really want to do her face first. So let me see. Let me get a few shades of something here. Let me get a big pencil. I can get bigger pencils. I have bigger ones, guys. I just I get used to using them, the tiny one, because I'm used to it. I just grab them because they're there. Okay, so let's see. We're going to go with a sienna brown. This is probably a terracotta. I can probably get a bigger terracotta in here. Let me get them right here. Okay. We'll go with a sienna, and I need a terracotta. Just a little bit more red. Here we go. Terracotta and sienna. I'm going to try to get bigger pencils. We're going to start with those two. Okay, let me sharpen them. And then also, maybe one lighter. Let's see. Looking here. And these are just Prismacolors. I could use some different pencils, you know. And probably a dark brown too. Eventually, I don't want Tuscan red would be pretty for her lips though. Okay. Hang on, let me sharpen here. I guess I could get out my Don't Be Cranky. This one was broke down to the past the nub. But we'll get some nice sharpness going here to start. Uh-oh, where'd the other oh, there it is. I'm getting pretty quick at using this. My my little Derwent. Okay, and then I need a dark brown. This is dark brown, yeah. That one's already sharpened. Okay, so we're going to start with these. I'll probably get a little bit of a peach color in here too. Might need a little more blend. Or, you know what I'll probably need is, it's this one. This is Sable Peach. And I also like, what is it called? Hang on, guys. I'm trying to think of the name. Ginger Root. Ginger Root. I think this is Ginger Root. Yeah, Ginger Root. Hey, Azure. Okay, so we got some pencils here. So I got dark brown. And I'm going to use Tuscan red for lips. Dark brown. Sienna. Terracotta. Ginger Root. Peach. And Sable, I think. So we're going to at least start with this. And I don't know how much work I want to put into, you know, because I don't want to spend, I don't want this to be 50 parts. Okay. So, but we're going to start with I want to start with terracotta and start doing a little bit of the shadows. Thanks for being here. If anybody has any questions, put them in caps. So hopefully y'all will be able to see. Is this close enough for you guys? Do I need to be closer? Let me know. I can zoom in more if y'all think I need to be. I kind of like sometimes to be a little farther away so you can kind of get the big picture. But when I'm doing this starting, I can kind of watch chat a little better because, you know, looks good. We're good? Okay. Because I want y'all to be able to see, you know. So with any gray scale, you've already got shadows already indicated for you, so at least you can get started. If you're not ever sure where to start, you know, the shadows are already there for you to start with. Close enough for you guys? Okay. And see how far back I'm holding the pencil? That can show you how light a pressure I'm putting. Somebody was asking earlier about how many layers and how hard to push. It's like no pressure. No pressure, especially right here on these already grayed areas. Because if you want to if you want to blend lots of layers, you have to have lots of light layers. If you get it too pushed down into the paper, you can't do any more blending. Because it's like there's no more tooth or no more paper to do that to. So it's very, very light touch. Hey, Abby girl. Anybody else popping in? Thanks, guys, for being here. We're coloring in, I'm not sure if you pronounce it Serene or Serene. Serene. Don't make me do accents. uh, so I'm just getting a start here of some of the shadows. Doing this. Oh, there's tons. There's coloring instruction books out there. I'm not a teacher, guys. I really am not. I like to demo and show you how I do things, but I'm not really a step-by-step teaching gal. I do my best. I mean, I do my best, you know. But I always tell y'all, teachers have patience and a step-by-step skill like that, you know, and a way to get it to sink into your head. Teachers have special abilities. I'm an encourager. I could get y'all started. And this, I think, is a tattoo on her back. So I don't want to put a shadow around the tattoo because it's not, I don't want it to like look like it's like that's metal on top of her. I want it to be like flat on her back. So I don't want to shadow it on her back because that wouldn't have a shadow around it. It'd be flat on her back, you know? Yeah. Oh, I'm sure y'all learned something from me. I'm not saying you don't, but yeah. So I'm just going to start with a nice soft layer of terracotta. And again, I mean, it's like a whisper, very light. Even if you know this is going to be like perfectly solid brown, you still want to go over it light, 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 light. How do you choose whether to use browns or... it depends. I don't know. I just kind of imagine what she's going to look like. And again, you know, I got to admit, I don't put as much time into color book skin, you know, as I do portrait skin. But she's quite large, so I want the, you know, I want her to be, you know, the detail in her. Again, I don't want shadows around this. I just want it color right there. Because she, you know, there's a lot of her face and everything showing. I'm being a little bit more blendy. Whereas the face is just like this big or something, then I wouldn't be putting, you know, so many layers. And when you first start like this, especially with the brown, it almost looks like they're furry or hairy because the pencils aren't completely blended in yet. It's just the first layer. Okay, I got a little bit on her, not that it really matters, but I'm gonna get that off. And this is kind of rolling over like this on her shoulder, so this down in here will be a little darker. Again, no pressure. Light, light layers. This is very relaxing to me, but it can also be tedious if you're watching it and thinking, she's not moving along very quick. But here's one of the things I do like about doing live shows and live real-time videos is because if you saw me do this speeded up, you'd probably think, oh, she got that whole page done in an hour. That doesn't happen. So I appreciate, I think it was Aaron and somebody else, Jen maybe it was, that posted how long it took them to do something. Was it Jen? I know it was Aaron and somebody else. I so appreciate that when I see no matter what style or whatever it is, whether it's a color book, art, drawing, whatever. I appreciate it when the artist puts in the description box of their YouTube video how long it actually took. I mean, most of us that do all art all the time can kind of guess that like if I saw somebody coloring this and speed it up, I would know it did not just take, 20 minutes or, however long the video is, because I do it, right? But, people watching that haven't done it, or, oh, I want to get into coloring. I'm going to go watch some YouTube videos. And they see somebody do a page, and I'm not fussing at speeded up videos, don't get me wrong. I just would like to know how long the actual time it took. And not necessarily so much for me, but for other people watching it. It's like, how long did that really take? Yeah, exactly, Aaron. Put it in the notes in the description box. How long did that really take you to color that? Or draw it, or paint it, or anything, any speeded up videos. I would like to know how long it actually took. So, I mean, and the paper is like Bristol smooth. So it just lays down, just as smooth as can be. Yeah, and I guess, it just depends on what if you're wanting a tutorial or something, you don't, it's hard to do, when you're watching a speeded up video to know, to follow. But it's, that's why there's so many different kinds of videos and so many different kinds of artists. We all have different things to offer. And yeah. So, I mean, like, I'm no pressure at all here. I just want the lightest bit of color on her skin. You may not even hardly be able to see that on camera right there. And this is a little bit different from working, because I do my portraits on tan paper, and when I do my portraits on tan paper, I always start with a white. I'd get all my highlights on there first on the tan paper, and then go in and start with the shadows and all that. But I find all my highlights first because I'm starting on a brown paper. No matter what skin tone I do, it's all the same paper. So what's everybody else working on, or what y'all have planned for the weekend? It's Friday here. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm recording this live on Friday. I mean, my pencil is just wisping over the page. I mean, I give myself just a tiny bit more pressure, like right here on the shadows, but barely any pressure. You're just coloring in pop manga, Aaron, with Inktense. Chatty Natty. I'm working in the new Serene. It's either Serene or Serene. And his name, this is his Indonesian name, but he goes by Nick Filbert on Instagram. I'm not sure what he goes by on Facebook. Eileen, I get to do. Oh, you're going to do a resin pour? Whatever that is. Where are you going to your at your art shop, Eileen? Just finished Froggy Page and Summer Nights, Nina said. Yeah, Squam Moon Tracy sent me this. I got it yesterday and I started another page. I showed it a minute ago if you're just coming in. I started another page, but I didn't record any of it, so I started a new page to record. So this will be multiple parts, but I'll make sure that this is a page that I only work on with y'all, you know. If I want to do something off camera, I'll go back to my other page. And again, it's like a heavyweight cardstock, and it's like a poster. They're like 9.5 by 13.5. Bunny is using gouache and oil pastels. I saw your haul video. Oh, Jean's just, I'm enjoying my cappuccino and watching. Oh, Jean. Okay, so I want to make sure and keep her cheeks really light because, you know, that would be where the light hits. And because I'm not working on tone paper, you know, I have to leave my lights rather than add the lights. Because when I'm working in my tone paper, I add the lights right off the bat. But now I have to think in reverse, you know, when I'm doing skin from scratch, from white. Jean, you finish your stamp binders? Oh, I'm so glad, Jean. You've been working so hard on indexing all your stamps. I got my stamps, my stickers. Now I still have to do my stencils and my silhouette die cuts, but that's the least of them. The stickers was what I was really dreading because there were so many. I still have to do the mini stickers, but it's not near stencils. I don't have as many, you know, and they're not organized in any kind of binders. They're just kind of all thrown in a thing. Again, she looks a little hairy, guys, because this is just the first layer, see? So it's not blended yet. Cece's working on a Creative Haven page and no plan for the weekend. I have to work for 8. Oh, no. Got to work 8 straight days. Don't talk about stickers. Eileen went and got some of the Diane Reevely, the Dilutions lady. I get their first names backwards. Dinah and Dina. Not Dina Wakely. What's the other? Reevely, Diane Reevely. Her stickers. Eileen got those yesterday. I love that little journal that Zandra showed. That's just in the journal section, right? Didn't she say? Or it's not a specialty like Jane Davenport or something? That one. Was it a bird on the front? Bunny says they essentially almost 300 videos a year. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Congratulations on a year of YouTube. I've only been uploading to YouTube 3 years, but been streaming for 7. See how light a pressure I'm putting on there? And just lots of layers, and I gotta kind of look. I think I'm gonna do her lips real quick. I'm doing her lips in the Tuscan red. I think it might give me some color here. Tons of journals at Mike's on sale. Okay, but I'm the one that this may not be. I don't know if it'll be red enough. Let's see. I'll put a layer on there. The one that Z showed. She said it came with gel pens, and she took the gel pens out. and she's just using the journal. It was really cute to put her pen. It's like opens up. It's like a pencil holder. But she said it had a journal in it, or she said it was the journaling section. It's like a pencil holder. But she said it was in the journal section. But it came with gel pens, and she took the gel pens out, and she put her Jane Davenport stuff in hers. The Jane Davenport pencils and the mermaid markers and all that. Okay, so now I have a coat of red on here, so I'm going to take my white and kind of blend that out to make it pop. A pen holder, yeah. Okay, and it was at Michael's, Eileen? I'm trying to remember. So I want her to have, kind of dark color lips too. Now I'll put another little layer of the Tuscan red on top. And then back with the white. And just kind of back and forth till I get it kind of shiny. And if you want an extra shine on there, you can put a little touch of like a gel pen. It was, and you took the gel pens. Oh, you got it too, Eileen? Oh my gosh. I'll have to look for it because it was a cute pencil holder for like $17. That was a good deal. A $17 pencil holder. It was cute. So if I want just a touch of, let me just see if this can get like right here and right here. Now I'm not going to leave it like that harsh. I'm going to blend it out with my finger. And I can always go back over it with the pink or the Tuscan red. I'm just going to add a little bit of highlight here and right here too. Just kind of blend in. As soon as it dries, I'll go back over it. I just want a little lighter. I want a lighter white background so I can put the red over it, make it stand out, because it was so dark with the grayscale. I'm a bad YouTube actually. You're talking about your YouTube channels. It takes a while. I mean, to get it, built up. And I gotta say, to me, what makes me impressed with YouTubers, and all you girls are this way as well, is consistency. You always, it's not like it's just you're consistent in your uploads and stuff. I think all of us are here. We we stick with it. Okay, I'll leave her lips for now. And her eyes barely show, but I gotta think of what color eyes I want. Because they barely show, I don't know, what color do I love? I love doing brown skin and green eyes because it's dramatic, I mean, she'd probably really have brown eyes, but if I do brown eyes, they're not going to show because her eyes are half closed. And then I'll add darker lashes and all that after I'm done. So let's see. I'll start with light green because I'll shade them down, I missed a little on the lower jaw under. Oh, I'm not done. Oh, I'm in the lower jaw. Okay, let me see. Somebody said you missed the lower left jaw under the headdress. Oh, right here. Ah, yeah, you're right. I did. I was thinking that's part of the headdress. Thanks, Claudia. Yeah, this right here. I would have eventually figured it out, or it would have become part of the headdress. But yeah, that's true. This is supposed to be part of. Yeah, this is supposed to be part of the face. Thank you, Claudia. I'm telling you, these girls, they're like snapping turtles. Got it. There's a lag, guys. I see it. I see it. And there would be some shading there if that's some kind of a metal bit, you know. You guys are great. Okay, I'll start with that. And this will have darker areas even still. This is just the first layer. And I mean, I'm just so lightly touching it. See, this is why it does take a long time to do skin. If you sit here and do this, you know, to blend, it takes time to do it this softly if you want it nice and blended. Okay, because I think the light's really like right there. I need to go make some more coffee. And so some will be hitting her there and on her back too. This is a shadow because of this, I'm imagining. And I'll work on her face for a while, then we'll go on to some other areas. Like I have to decide on these feathers next. In my head, I've got to figure out those. Is it petals or it's like petals? They're like flower petals, I think, to look like. I mean, they look feather-like, but they look like petals. So I have to decide on the colors too while I'm working. I haven't done a lot of purple lately. I mean, I did a little bit of purple flowers in the moon blossom. There was a little bit of purple flower. Oh, and by the way, I'll have to do this next episode. One of the girls messaged me. I think she just watches the YouTube videos. I don't think she's ever here. But anyway, she messaged me and she wrote to Katrina. She wrote to Katrina Palin, emailed her, and asked her what the flowers were. And apparently she messaged her back and told her every country and the flowers. So I do now have a list of all the countries and the flowers from her. And I'll tell you who sent it and all that later when when we get to that. Thunder? Thunder, Jean? Okay, so let's see. I think I might want purple. I'm just thinking it's gonna look dramatic with, this is black cherry. Let me see. Piece of paper here. I think this is the color we use. No, we didn't go with black cherry. We went with, Dahlia purple, but maybe a little of both. Let's see. We'll start with Dahlia. Let me get my little sharpener. A little more. And I was so surprised. I truly was surprised when we measured the pencils after sharpening them, because it sounds like you're just grinding and grinding and grinding. But when we measured the pencils, they did not grind down. I was so surprised. I was almost shocked that it didn't grind down. Okay, so let's start with the Dahlia. And I'm just going to get a nice coat again. Again, you know, this time consuming here. But I'm going to just put a nice light coat. See, now look, this shows you how lightly I'm touching. See how sharp that point is? And on a Prismacolor, that's usually going to snap off. That very, very tip, just that little, 32nd of an inch would usually snap off. So look how, that shows you how lightly I'm pushing. That is not snapping off the tip. That's how light a pressure. I mean, I can, when I look at the camera or look at the screen, I can't even hardly see where I'm putting anything down. That's how light of a touch I'm using here, just to get the color down. See, that's it right there. That's something different, I think, those hangy things. Maybe that hangy thing's something different too. Right back in here. And you know, the Prismacolors are so soft, and they're just not expensive at all anymore. I mean, comparatively speaking, I think what Erin said, she found them on 130 or 150, whatever it was, on Amazon, I think, for like 50 cents a pencil. They're, you know, when you buy a box. When you go to the store, they're about $1.89, I think, each. Of course, when you buy in bulk, it's always going to be cheaper. So again, I'm just putting a nice soft layer of purple. See how light that is? I'll make sure and I'll get at least one of these things going so you can see the shading and all. But I want to get the initial color on here. And I wonder if I want two shades. I mean, I think it would be pretty dramatic to have purple and another color in there together. You know? Like maybe the fabric is, or whatever these petals are, flipping over, and on the other side it's another color. That would be really dramatic. And because I'm putting such a light layer here, I can still put a blue over it if I want and still have that work. So let's just go ahead and put a light layer of purple, and then I think I might put, I don't know if I want to go just with a darker purple. Well, two shades of purple or a completely different color in there. I'm just talking out loud, guys. Bye, Valerie. Thanks for stopping in. Are you going to blend her? Yes, I'm going to blend her skin, Dot. I said I was going to blend her skin, but I'm moving around. I want to decide colors and stuff. I just started the page. Patience, grasshopper. And this first layer like this is just a, you know, like a base, like a wash. If I was going to put a wash on something, that's what this is right here. But I think I'm going to put two colors in this. Could put green, or a blue, or a teal, I think. Because green and purple always looks pretty together. Or I could just keep it all, just, you know, shades of purple. I'm not going to leave her fairy. You know, that's just a initial. What? Give me a minute, that girl. I can't do this in a second. But if y'all want to see the whole process from start to finish, then you got to see, like Paula says, you got to work through the uglies. Not that she could ever be ugly, but you know what I'm saying. The process, you know, it takes, you know, it takes time to get the whole process. Oh yes, I've painted lots of acrylics on canvas. What I used to do is take my collages and base the collages on paintings. But I haven't done it in a long time. Probably, I don't know. I did do one like maybe a few months ago. But for the most part, I haven't really done those for quite a while because it's another thing. It takes time. You know, when I'm not working here, I'm doing, you know, like my commissions and stuff, my portraits. So, yeah, so many projects, so little time. But yes, I have painted on acrylics. I mean, acrylic on canvas. Ignore the speed monkeys. Hurry up, yeah. Stick it on. So far, I'm deciding to go with just pencil so far. Because otherwise I would have already done a wash here, you know. I just thought I would just do that, at least for now, you know. I mean, as far, I'm doing the big areas all in pencil, and that's usually what I do the washes. And now I haven't decided on the background yet, you know. Do I want to do a black background? I don't know yet. I might just wait on the background this time. Sometimes I know I want the background like solid black or something else. So right now I'm just kind of leaving it. And if y'all are just joining me, let me show you the other one I started. Here's the other one I started right here. But I didn't film this. So because I didn't film it, I said, well, let me go ahead and start from scratch. Let me start from scratch on a new one. So you're seeing what it is to start from scratch. Oh, thanks, guys. And you know, we sometimes will put an acrylic wash, sometimes we'll put a neocolor wash, watercolor wash, you know. And then this case, I'm just doing all pencil right now anyway. Okay, so this, I'm trying to see where her shirt kind of ends right there. I mean, this is kind of flowing out from it, so it could be, some of this could be a little bit of purple too. Let me just get a base on here. You could do the background before blending her skin. It doesn't upset Dorothy. I just don't know what color I want to do the background yet. That's why I haven't done it. I probably would have done the background if I knew, but I didn't know yet. This is a new book. I have to get into the book. Know what I mean? I have to live with these girls for a little while. And there's 30 up pictures in this book, in case y'all missed when I counted. 30 pictures. Alright, so I'm going to go run. I think I have to make coffee. Dang. I think I need to go run, make coffee, and then come back and work a little more, and then go get coffee. See, I'm knocking over the paints over here. It's in my way. Alright, think of some, always good to think while you color something else. I'm the boss of my color book, that's right. So now I want to kind of think, do I want two-toned, flowery, petally, flowy things? Let me just think about it for a minute. I'm just going to set my eraser here to hold the book open. So let me go make some coffee real quick. And because this coffee's cold and I know I have to make some. So give me just 1 minute, guys. Okay, now I have to go back down in a couple minutes to get the coffee because I just made the coffee. All right. This is the book you're doing, isn't it? Yes, it's gorgeous, Palm. I did a flip at the beginning. Okay, so now, do I want a two-tone? I kind of do. I kind of want it almost green and purple. Bye, Debbie. Thank you. You're welcome, hon. I might just want to start with a bit of green, because if I add this green, it will be dramatic. And it'll be a little on the more on the olivey side. It won't be quite this color. Just kind of let me do a test on one here. Because I have to be careful so it doesn't go brown. I'm almost wanting it to be an olive. So I do that with the purple. Get back to my purple here. Let's see. Let me do one. You're welcome, Juju. Bye. You're welcome. Have a good one. Hope to see you over the weekend on some more portraits. Juju's been doing the animal portraits. Awesome, awesome work. I showed that at the beginning too. Okay, so now if I go with the black, the Dahlia purple, now I'm going to see if I can sneak in some black cherry here. Let's see here. And back to the Dahlia. And then maybe just a little green right down in there. Went to Hobby Lobby for the first time on Wednesday. Oh! Ooh, did you just get a new one? Or how did you not go to Hobby Lobby till just now? Unless you just got a new one, or are you traveling and saw it while you were... Because I know not everybody has Hobby Lobbies in their area. Back to the black cherry. Dahlia purple. Yeah, I'm going to like that. Those three colors. Doesn't that look good? Okay, I got a little smudge right there, which it won't matter if I paint the background, but I'm not sure yet. I might leave it very white. so that it's dramatic against this dark coloring. Again, I'm spending quite a bit of time on this, and it's because it's a brand new book. Once I start getting into it, I'll probably move a little quicker. I don't know. All right, back to the dahlia. Blend that in a little. But look at when you do light layers like this. See how you can blend? If you just bear down, you can't get this blendy effect. You have to do it very softly, or it just like waxes up or builds up, and then you can't blend. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with these colors. These 3 colors. There. Let's see. Oh, settle in for look. Wait, Dee does the feathers. No, I'm not going to do all the feathers before I go back to the skin. I just wanted to decide what color. Okay, what I usually do Michael's or Joann's because they're a bigger store, but now they're going out of business. Oh, your Mike's and Joann's are going out of business? Yeah, and don't forget to always have coupons too. All right, so there. See, that's where we're heading. And they're really not feathers. I think they're petals, guys. But the petals are flowing like feathers. But I think they're actually flower petals or leaves. But this is what they're all going to look. That's where we're going. Okay. Almost could even use just a little bit darker right along down in here. The underside. So yeah, there's what we'll go for. All right, so now that I know what I want there, we can go back to the skin again. And I still have to decide on her, do I want her outfit to be, almost could have this be more dominant green. Like this is just going to have a green like light highlight to it, but this could be more green and less and more shadowed with purple, the opposite. So I'm thinking I'm just going to go ahead and take my pencil and just do a nice light coat of green over the whole thing. This will just at least tell me what color I want it to be. And then right here where they kind of blend together, we'll kind of do a blend right there. So you can't really tell where one starts and the other stops. That's what's in my head. It may or may not turn out, but that's what we're going to go for. So I'm going to just go ahead and put a whole green on our clothes here. Because this green is the same green I'm using in the flowy. They're saying they're going out of business in your area in Indiana. Huh. Michael's and Joann's are? Weird. Yeah, Jean, everything's better with green. This is like a lime green. I think it's chartreuse, actually, is the name. Chartreuse. And I'm just putting a light, just like I did the purple feathers, just a light coat over the whole thing. Just to get it started. And, when I'm working like this, I never really worry about losing the white highlights because I can always go back in there with white paint or gel pen or, Posca if I need to. Okay, so now I have those colors established. I think I want these little green feathers, these other little bits. I don't know about these hanging down parts. I'll leave that separate, like maybe something totally different. But I think I want the feathers, this green too, because it kind of looks almost like her clothes. So I'm going to get in here and just find these feathers. It's almost like they're the baby feathers, because there are feathers in here. This turns into petals to me, but these are different than this. You see what I mean? So like right in there, where else is there any other feathers? That's some kind of fabric flow thing. That might be a little bit of that. I think on this side, this right back in here. Not sure if that's part of that or... But I do want a little bit of that green, even if it's not part of that. I want that green over on that side. I want to carry it over to this side. So I'll make that part of it. And then this little flowy, feathery thing is something different too. Those are peacock feathers right there, so they'll have purple in those. And then I want a lot of this to be metal. Metal, metal, jewels. Did you test out the other pencils? No, I haven't tested anything else on this except this. All I've done, I just got it yesterday evening, so this is the only other thing I've done. That's all I've done so far. This right here. And I haven't tested out anything else. But it's, let me say this, guys. This is like 110 weight. See? Hear that? This is thick. So you could use anything, and it's one-sided. So even if what do you call it, Copics or alcohol-based markers, your Hoo Heroes, whatever, go through. As long as you put something behind it, you know. Like I said, I'll take this apart eventually. I'm gonna take the book apart. The book is 9.5 by 13. I'm real zoomed in right now, but I did a complete flip through it a little while ago. Okay, so now let's go back to her skin before Dorothy disowns me here. Okay, let's I'm going to have her eyes be this lime green too. So I'm going to put some lime green in there. And I will go in there with her pupils, and I will go in here and add a little bit of bigger highlights like this. See? But I haven't got in the pupils yet with the black and all that. Like I like going in there with a Sharpie pen, not a marker. A Sharpie pen usually doesn't go through anything. This is a Sharpie pen, and it says pen, not a marker. See? You can get in there in her pupils or her eyelashes. Which I'm not doing her eyelashes yet because I'm not done with her skin. And you don't want to have to work around the skin. Okay, then maybe just the tiniest highlight on the green to make that green kind of stand out just a little. It's very subtle, because her eyes are half closed. Hey, BG, anybody else? Okay, now I think I want her skin to be real bronzy, so I might need to add a little more orange. Orange, yellow orange. Gotta be careful here. Do I want orange and then yellow orange? I can add the orange back here in the shadows, but I gotta be careful. I think I want her skin a little bit more bronzy color. The terracotta is like that first layer, so I think I'm just going to put a little, at least in the shadows for now. I can always go in here, you know, in the lighter areas later. I want to get a quick coat of orange on here to give her bronzy skin. Again, I'm no pressure. See how far I'm holding the pencil back? If you're afraid you're going to be too heavy-handed, then hold your pencil way back like this, and you won't be able to give it as much pressure. So I'm going to start doing some more blending so Dot doesn't think she looks hairy. That's just the initial. You know, that's what it looks like when you first start because it's not blended yet. It's just an initial cut. It'll start looking more and more blended with every layer. Okay. But again, you know, I have a tendency to want to hurry when I'm streaming because I want to get as much in as I possibly can. And that's not a good thing when you're trying to blend colors and lots of layers. It really isn't. You know, you can hurry on some things, but soft skin, blendy layers, you really can't hurry that too much. I mean, I can hurry to some, but not that a whole lot. So I'm going to be real careful here not to get the orange too far in, because then I'm going to switch over to a lighter orange. And again, you know, different pencil artists, different, you know, have different color combinations and things they do to make different color skin. She just seemed to need more bronze to her, so that's why I'm putting the orange on top of the terracotta. And I'm thinking that's a tattoo, so I don't want to shade this right in here to make it look like the tattoo is puffed up. I want that to be like almost like I can almost get a little bit of layer orange right on that. Just so it's going to start to look like it's part of her skin, even though that'll probably be a different color. But I want that tattoo to like almost kind of blend into her skin. And I'm thinking that may be another tattoo there. I'm sure it's not a hole in her back. So again, if it's a tattoo, I want it to like kind of lie flat. No shading around it to make it look like it's like a hole, you know. Gentle layers. Do you have any comments or anything? Who could be allergic to broccoli? Is that even a thing? Oh, I'm sure it is. Don't email me, people. I just saw someone in chat say allergic to broccoli. Not raw broccoli, but you can eat it cooked. That's weird. I love me some raw broccoli. Anytime I make a salad, I have chunks of raw broccoli in there. I guess there's food allergies to anything, though. All right, let's see. Get that a little blended there. Yeah, because I want this to look like it's part of her skin. You know, so there's probably going to be a little bit of skin color popping through that tattoo. All right, let's see. Let's keep going. Very light, barely any pressure on those light areas. I just want to have her have a little bit more bronze color to her. Yeah, that is odd, isn't it? And I'm sorry, guys, if y'all are like, if you're watching this and it seems like, well, she's not making much progress. Sure, it's taking a long time. Again, that kind of shows you how long it does take. You know, it does take a while to do skin blends. And I don't use blender pencils. I don't use Gamasol. I don't use, not that there's anything wrong with that. If you use all that stuff, don't email me. But I don't. I just blend with just pencil. And if you can't get too much pressure, because if you get the waxy buildup, there's no more blending after that. And I'm kind of following, this is where the gray shading is, the gray scale is right in here. So I'm kind of going along with his shading that he's got on there. Like right here on her nose, that was already there. Okay. This is artistic coloring, not just coloring. Yeah. Well, we want it to be that, Jean. That's what we hope, right? Artistic coloring. All right, now I think I'm going to go with a little, let's see, I need an orangey yellow. That's too peachy. Do I want goldenrod? Maybe goldenrod. I was thinking something a little bit more yellow orangey, but let's see here. What's this one? Let's see. I might want this. Let me sharpen this with the, because this one it's just completely broke. So let's do a full-on sharpen on this one. More. This one was just completely broke. Yeah, this is better. Yeah, I want this. This is yellow, gold on yellow. It's hard to see. Gold. Let me get my magnifying glass. When the writing is gold on yellow, I can't see that. This is orange. What is it? Orange? Saffron orange? Looking for the number. I don't even see the number on here. I must have sharpened it on the wrong end. I think it's orange saffron. It's yellow orange. It's oranger than the goldenrod. So here's goldenrod, which I may use that too, but right now I want this yellow orange. Oh, let me go run and get my coffee real quick. Okay. And I'm going to keep it over here to the side though. Alright, now I might do a layer of this and I might go do another feather. Just kind of break it up. Alright, so now more blending. Another layer over everything here. Because remember, I want her kind of bronzy. Very lightly here over the areas I left just with one layer. I want to layer those very carefully because I don't want to lose all that light. It'll get darker, but I don't want to lose where my highlights are. I gotta catch my breath. And And I'll probably even get in here some areas like right along here with even the dark brown. Some even darker shadows. But I'm just taking my time to get it right. No pressure. I mean, no, I'm not pushing down hard. So I don't want to get that, I mean, it's okay because I'm going to put peach on it too, but because I want that underglow of kind of goldy, bronzy color. But yellow can be bright, so you got to be careful. Same, it's like green and blue too. Got to be a little careful. Poor Dee runs back. It's okay. Kind of want to make her almost kind of glow, like, you know, with a shimmery look, with a bronzy look, kind of. And I want to make sure to keep a light lip line at the top. Very light. Shh, 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 shh. We're getting there, guys, but it's slow going. The skin makes you nervous. Well, you know, it kind of does me too, because, you know, but I feel like, you know, if I have to, I can get in there and with an eraser, because the layers are so light, I can do some erasing if I needed to, because it's not dug into the paper. It's so lightly sitting on top of the paper still. Now that's more dug in now, because that's a finished bit right there. That's finished right there. So it's got a little bit more final pressure with the green and stuff. But as long as you keep wanting to blend, you have to keep it soft. Because once you start putting the pressure down on it and digging into the paper, there's no going back. You could paint it out. I mean, you could always paint it, you know. And again, for the most part, other than skin, nothing else really. It's fine. Everything always can turn out. You can make it work. But skin is a little trickier, you know. I want that little darker right in her lip there. Just a little. Let me go back with the terracotta. Be just a little bit shady right there. I don't know. I hadn't even thought about putting any glitter or Wink Stella or anything on these yet. Because like I said, I just got it yesterday, you know, late afternoon. And all I've done, if y'all missed it, this is what I've done so far, is this girl back here. This is where I've only got that far on her. So she's just starting to get layered up too. See? Button bought one of the whole cross stitch books. I just saw her talking about cross stitch that I worked on back in the 80s. She got it off of eBay. That was so cute. I'm just building up another layer here. I don't want to rush it. I have a tendency to want to, okay, let's hurry up and get this done. But I don't really want to rush the skin. Thanks, Bloom. We're working in the new book, Serene, or Serene. I'm not sure how he pronounces it. And Nicholas, and there's his Indonesian name, but he goes by Nick Filbert on Instagram. Yeah, Tracy C sent me this. So, yeah, that's what we're working on so far. I have to kind of make myself slow down so I don't get too ahead of myself. Because I want her to have golden skin. It's not going to be quite this gold when we're done, but okay, before I go any further, I'm going to stop on the skin for a minute. And I'm going to go over back onto another one of these petals. I should call them petals. But you see how smooth that is? That's what the skin will eventually look like, Dot. All right, let's do another one here. Let's do this one right here, just to, break it up. All right, let me get my two purples, and I'm using the Dahlia purple, the black cherry, and the chartreuse green. I've got to sharpen that. This one's getting down there. So I can barely fit it in. Wait, look. It's barely fitting in there. Maybe not. Okay, got it enough sharpened. It's not the sharpest point. All right, let's go back here. All right, back to the black cherry. Now that I know what I'm going to do here. Let's do this little section. I think I need to bring out the chat. Let's get out the chat pack and ask some questions while we're sitting here, because this is, this is kind of quiet meditative. I'll just be getting in the zone. So let's get out some questions for y'all. This is good. Okay, now first off, in parentheses it says, now first off, assume the other person would not be aware that you know this. But if you could know one fact about every person, what particular fact would that want to be? In other words, like just one thing, but any person, what would that one thing be? And you could assume that they don't know that you know. Does that make sense? What one thing would you want to know about everybody? I'm going to put it in caps so I can read it back. Well, no, I don't mind the random junk y'all are talking about, Aaron. It's just that, I can't keep up with it. I can't keep up with a whole bunch of threads. Not that that doesn't matter. Y'all can talk about it, But it's hard for me when, there's 4 or 5 threads going on in chat. I can't keep up with all of them. Oh, Squaw Moon! There's Tracy! I just saw you. Claudia said that she'd want to know their mortality scale. Bloom says what would bring them joy. Trey, I call her Trey, whether or not they're lying. Like, Trey wants to be like Wonder Woman with the golden lasso. Eileen wants to know their bank account so she can enable them and know the proper amount to enable. I love the book, Tracy. We've been working on this for almost 2 hours. And then, I don't know how long you've been here. I just saw you. And then this is the one I worked on last night a little bit. This is where I've been. You've been hiding? Oh, okay, so you've been there. Okay, Tracy, good. Claudia says morality, not more. Oh, morality. Okay, not mortality. Okay, you want to know if they're good intentioned or not. Okay, gotcha, Claudia. Sorry. Well, thanks again so much, Tracy. I love this. It's a stunning book. Absolutely stunning. But what she said that Eileen wants to buy. Oh my gosh, that $2,500 Prima stencil. Yeah, right. I saw y'all talking about that the other day. I think, like y'all said, they put it at that price so to keep it as a placeholder on the site, so they don't lose the slot for that until they redo it. If they like fried bologna, why would you want to know that, Azure? What they actually mean versus what they say. A lot of people come to me and kids and parents because my brother and I were taken. Yeah, and I mean, I know if people have childhood traumas, that's going to affect, things. All right, is that all y'all got? Is that all y'all got here? Or should I move on to a new question? All right. Again, I'm using black cherry, um, dahlia purple, and the chartreuse green. Oh, okay. Thanks, Jean. It's coming along, and the skin's not done yet. All right, so now I'm going to go to the dahlia purple and add, some more of that. Just light layers at a time. Just gotta, if you want lots of blendy stuff like this. You like that little my little green Jean? There's my little green Jean. You like lime peel better than chartreuse? This might be lime peel. I don't know. Let me tell you, it's $9.89. I'm not sure if that's lime peel, chartreuse. It's $9.89 because it's the word sharpened off. See, I told y'all I'm not a good teacher if I can't even tell y'all what pencil I'm using. It is chartreuse? Okay, Claudia, thank you. I thought so, but yeah. All right, let's ask another question. Okay. I think we asked that one already. Well, I can't answer this because we all don't know all the same people, so that would be too hard to. Okay, this is kind of interesting. Now think, guys, don't just y'all think, okay? Now, again, and in parentheses, you have to assume that what I'm going to ask y'all would never be allowed to be sold for money. You would just have to keep it to simply enjoy it for what it is. But if you could have the original of anything in the world, what would you want it to be? But you can't ever sell it. You just have to keep it just to enjoy it yourself. Original of anything, what would it be? I already know what I think I would want, but I'm going to let y'all answer first. And put it in caps so I can. If you could have the original of anything in the world, just for your own personal enjoyment, what would it be? Well, you want a whole library of Alexandria, Aaron. I mean, let's narrow it down. Dorothy's ruby slippers. I actually saw a show on the guy that goes around hunting up antiques. I forget his name now. It's on a few years ago, and he actually found the originals. Somebody that owns them because he tried to buy them at one time and was outbid, and so he found the original. I think there's 3 pairs, and he found the ones that Dorothy wore. A Monet painting, but instead of an original mansion, they based on what the win off of. Tara, yeah, Tara, the original Tara. I'm not sure if where Hubster would know all that because it's the thing here in Atlanta. Everybody knows all about the history of all the Gone with the Wind stuff. We've been to the Margaret Mitchell house downtown Atlanta. And you can see her desk and, all kinds of, the house she actually lived in when she wrote Gone with the Wind. Melody said the Mona Lisa. Eileen said the palace in London. Speaking of palaces, I just saw on Facebook, it was the History Channel. And I follow the History Channel on Facebook, and they showed that there is a mansion in Virginia, and they said, would you, and it showed all the land and everything, and it said, would you want to buy this? It was only, and it really, $2 million. It was really a bargain, to tell you the truth. They're only asking $2 million for this castle. And I posted, I said, yeah, I'd want it for an art retreat, art school. It was awesome. Now, the whole inside looked like it could use a coat of paint, but someone stole the original shoes, Jen. Vicky said she'd want the Gettysburg Address. Azure wants a 1973 Dodge Charger. SE Brome. Is it the lime green one, Azure? Oh, Jean. She'd want the original score of Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. Oh, Jean. Jean's music scrap, by the way. She's a music teacher. Aaron said, it's the Winchester Mystery House. Is that what it was called, Aaron? Or are you talking about the same one in Virginia? Because I didn't catch the name of the house. Or are you talking about that's what you would want? And that's a totally different thing than what I'm talking about on the History Channel. Barb says she saw where they sold Elvis's airplane. See, I didn't see any of that. Can it be a person? Palm wants a person. What's his name, Palm? No. I know. An art school, art retreat place, Eileen, in that mansion, castle mansion. It looks kind of like a castle mansion in Virginia. I didn't even catch where it was. You had the lime green with the white leather, and you regret selling it. Yeah, see, I knew which one you were talking about, Azure. I was there. Not not literally, but if I'm planning on an art retreat, give advance notice. Well, when I get that $2 million to buy and renovate that property, Melody, I'll let you know. Oh, you want one in San Jose? Okay. Squaw Moon said Tracy wants a house that she designed herself. I'm the first person to ever say lime green. Well, wasn't that what it was, though? Azure Muse? It was called lime green. It was lime green, wasn't it? The car? You'll go bid on it, Eileen. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right, let me get some lime in here. I would want Leonardo da Vinci's original journals. They had one at the museum. They're little. Of course, I couldn't read it. I'd have to get an interpreter. But I would want Leonardo da Vinci's original journals. I mean, they've got them republished and all, in books, but. Okay, I'll go back in here with, let me go back in here with a little more Dahlia purple. This is kind of slow going, guys. Let's just face it, right? Azure says there's a few colors, I think, but yes, that's the one that you had. And man, that car was so nice. Yeah. When I was coming up in the world as a teenager, MGB, not an MG, MGB, that was my car of that age. My car love. You have a car love? I actually learned how to drive in a stick. My dad taught me how to drive a stick. That was the first car I ever drove. Not an MG, but I mean a stick. I think we're on the same thinking. Yeah, I want Da Vinci and you want a Beethoven. Yeah, Jean. Eileen, here's a link to the Mansion, Virginia. Okay, yeah, y'all go look at it. I can't go look at it right now, Jean, but I could find it again. I mean, Eileen. I can go find it again on Facebook. But Eileen just put a link in there. It's on www.onlyinmystate.com/Virginia. So there you go. onlyinyourstate.com/Virginia. And that's where that mansion is. I know. Wouldn't that be fun, Eileen? We could all have retreats, art school. Yeah, I have. Cam built one of the little models. Let me see. Let me think what it is. Hang on. I have a little dust on it because it's up on a top shelf, but let me blow the dust off of it. But Cam built this little model, and it works somehow, but I forget. The strings attached. I don't want to. The wings will bend and it'll move. I forget how it works. I don't want to mess with it. But anyway, Cam built this little model from a Da Vinci kit thing. I think he got it at the museum. Or maybe it was Hobby Lobby. I don't remember. Where they sell these little model kits. So, yeah. Who needs his original? When you have the original on your side. Yeah, I mean, you know. Yeah, it would be awesome to have an art retreat like that. But then you got to think about the running of it, the whole, all the logistics of it and all. It sounds like it'd be so fun to have an art retreat in an art school, but then like you're gonna have to have someone run it for you, or you'll be doing nothing but running it and not enjoying it. You know what I mean? Okay, so that one's done, I think. I might end up going back in there with a little more darker cherry, but for now. All right, now let's get a little bit of, I want this to have a little bit more green. So let's get it started right off the bat. And this one too. Let's start getting in the green in there. I know. Yeah, you could have the planets on the stars on the ceiling. I've seen some awesome ways to do that these days. There's some all kinds of, it's not like your old glow in the dark kind of stuff. It's like, I don't know, paint that's like fluorescent paint. Oh, and I also saw this one, and I saw it on there. I said, oh my God, that would be so expensive. They showed someone's driveway with these fluorescent rocks all the way from the street up to the house. And those, that's got to cost $1 billion. It looks so cool to have that, because then when it was dark, it had like blue glow. It almost looked like stars on the ground. But that's going to take a truckload full of those. You can't just go out there and put a couple of handfuls out there. It wouldn't have that same effect, right? Hey, Zandra. Just a few, you'd have to have like a truckload of those stones to make it look like a star path. But it looked cool. It was probably photoshopped anyway. It was probably not really someone's house with them all on there. But it looked cool. All right, now let's go back to the dahlia. So you just got to keep layering and layering. It takes time. And the black cherry, I want this real dark down under here, the shadow. See, now I'm putting a little more pressure right here because I know I want this solid right in here, solid, no blending right there, so I can put more pressure on that. You know, maybe a little bit more right in here too. But if you want to keep blending, you can't put that pressure because then there's no more blending. You add paint to the rocks. Well, I mean, I know it can be done because they're selling the stones. The site that I saw that on was selling the actual rocks. They're fluorescent painted rocks or whatever. I understand that you can really do it, but I'm saying that one photo. The photo looked like the driveway was like from the, you know, a mansion from the street to the mansion. That's how big this driveway was. And I'm saying that picture was probably photoshopped because there must have been a 2-ton truck delivery of stones. That's how big the driveway was. Okay, that's the color. Okay, back to the dahlia purple. Oh, I need a little green in there. Is my head sticking in the way? I don't know. That's where I tend to mess up, adding the shadow. Well, you got to just keep remembering where it is, because on grayscale, a lot of it's already there. You just can't lose it. Don't cover it up so much that you lose where those shadows are. But in grayscale, they're there. Look, see all that? It's all there for you. You just got to make it darker. Well, you don't have to make it darker. I mean, you know, you can just add like a wash of paint over and it still look good. But glow in the dark doesn't last that long. Sitting in the sun. Ah, that's a good point, Azure. The sun would probably mess up those rocks. Okay, now I'm going to go in here with the green. And at the very final layer, after I get all my purple in there, then I can put a little more pressure on the green to like almost like burnish it out. But don't do the burnishing part where you add a like more pressure until you know you don't want any more layers or any more blending. Because once you do this, see, I'm putting harder pressure on this green. Once I get this on here, there's no now going in there. I could probably go right here on the edge and get a little darker. I can put some harder pressure and get something down, but you've lost the ability to blend once you get it all burnished. See? But I mean, I'm really liking these colors together. The purples and that lime green. I'm going to finish this one and let's see what time is it. Then we go back to the skin. Because see, again, the skin's doesn't have all its layers on it, so it looks furry or hairy, like Dot said. Hey, LBO. Good, good. We're coloring in this book here. It's almost like posters. They're like 9.5 by 13.5. All right, so now let's go back to the dahlia purple in here. And go back in with the green, the chartreuse. bit more dahlia. And a little bit more green. Final layer here. And I think I want a little bit more darker cherry down under there. Okay, now let's go back to the dahlia on this one. See them shrimp in Japan. The bioluminescent ones, yeah. Yeah, I know there's fish that can glow too, but I don't think I want them lying in my driveway. Just kidding, guys. All right, let's ask another question. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, that's the one we just asked. This is kind of good. And I know a lot of people don't like scents, they don't like perfume, they don't like the smell of things. But if rain could fall in any scent, what scent would you like rain to smell like? Now, rain on a sidewalk smells really awesome in and of itself. But if you could have rain smell any scent you wanted, what scent would it be? While I'm coloring the rest of this little leafage floral petal thingy here. This has a little thing sticking up there and it's bugging me. I don't like the way it looks. I know it's part of it, but I'm getting rid of it. I don't like that little thing sticking up. Looks like I've missed something. I don't like the way that looks. I'm going to cover that up. Yeah, that's better. Someone said vanilla, amber, newborn baby, fresh rain as it is now. I know, me too. I like it on the, like on the smell on a sidewalk button. Jean said popcorn. A lot of people are saying vanilla, lavender, wet grass, mown grass. Smells good too, Bunny. Apple, ocean breeze in Bali, azure muse, redwood forest rain. So I like citrus. Like I have a spray that I wear. I don't like perfume. I don't like anything floral on me. I mean, I just don't like floral. I like citrus. I have a body spray that's citrus. I would love that to be the smell. It's not like a lime. I don't mean that. I forget even what it's called. It's from Bath and Body Works. I love that smell. Kind of a, yeah, see now I like apple cinnamon kind of smells. I like those kind of air fresheners. I don't like anything florally smelling. Ooh, Zandra, baked bread. We'd all be hungry all the time if we had to smell baked bread. Seen something for you, lemon scented duct tape. I don't know, a lot of lemon stuff smells like antiseptic. You know, it reminds me of like, what's that lemon cleaner? I don't like that. I don't like stuff that smells like cleaners. And it's not, the scent I like is not even lemon. It's, let me tell you what it's called. It's called white citrus. This stuff smells good. I think I'm going to spray myself right now. White citrus. It doesn't smell like lemon. If anything, it smells more like lime. Yeah, I don't like scented deodorants. All that I like unscented as well, Jean. Okay, I got a little green there. Let's see if I can kind of, because I'm patting it away. You know, I should use my brush. I should get a bigger, I have a bigger pencil too. It's just, oh my gosh, I just like using my little nubs down to the nub. But this one will be going to the nub jar soon. Okay, this needs more Dahlia purple. Kimmy Poo likes apple. You don't like floral scents either? Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like I love the smell of, like, you go outside and smell a rose, or go out and smell flowers, real flowers. I love that. But I don't like the air fresheners and all the, or perfumes that smell like floral. That's just me. I've never liked those. I like more musky, citrusy kind. If I had to have a musky kind of perfume, if I had to wear a perfume. But I really like, see, I lost a little bit of light right there. Let me go back with my, too much talking. Let me get in here with the Posca. I'm going to go right here on top with the white. And then as soon as that dries, I'll go over that with the lime. Because I lost that separation between those two, that flip over right there. So let that dry, then I'll go back over that with the lime. What did Jean say? Your sister used Gain. Oh, yeah, see, I like unscented soap powder, or washing, what do you call it? Laundry detergent. So how are we doing on time? About 15 minutes. At 11:30, I'm going to have to start another segment. And we'll do another segment after this one. I want to get a little farther along because I'm really into coloring this one now. So I'm going back over that white and turning it back to lime. But I lost that flip. So just, take a Posca or paint pen or even some paint and paint it back out and then go back over it. Acrylic paint, I mean. Alright, so now I need a little darker right in here. Do y'all like that effect with the two colors like this? Oh, I can't go in now. A candle, Eileen, like my like Bed Bath or Body Works, Bath and Body Works, like where I get that spray. It's not so bad, but like what's it called? Import stores where they have the incense burning. I walk in there and I've got an immediate headache. Too strong. It's too much. I can't take it. Can't take it. There we go. So anyway, I'm liking that, with the two purples and the green. Now, there's a black line right there on top of that green, and I don't like that. I'm going to get rid of that black line where my lime is right there. And then I'll go back over it with the lime to brighten it up. But I don't want a black line right there from the color book. So I'm going to get rid of that black line. But I want that highlighted right there. So in just a minute that'll dry, and then I'll go over it with the lime. Same right here. Right here I could use a little bit brighter right along this edge too. I'll go back over it with the lime, but I don't like that black color book line on when it's supposed to be a highlighted edge. You wouldn't see that. Maybe I'll add just a little bit more right here too. I'll go back over this with the lime. Give me a nice bright edge here and right there. See, now I'm wanting to tweak already and I haven't even got anything done. It's not going to be white, it's going to be lime. But I gotta get that. can do so much with a white Posca. Know what I mean, Vern? Tweaking. Get all that tweaking done. I couldn't go to AC Moore with their candles. Oh, I don't have it. I probably have an AC Moore, but it's far away, so I don't go. The color of her. Have you decided on the color of her? Of her? Her skin? She's going to be dark skin. She's got about 4 layers on her so far. Yeah. All right, now let me go back over. I'm going back and forth between this and the skin just to give myself a break in between. Okay, so I'm going over the white Posca with the lime. So it's still bright, but it's not white. And then right in there, it looks like I might have got some purple on the green or something. I need that separated. There we go. Well, the colors would never have thought to put them together. And then her outfit's going to be green. This is purple with green accent. This is going to be green with purple accents. It's going to be like kind of the same but contrasted. All right, back to this dolly color right in here. Okay, I'm liking that now. Let's go with the black cherry and give that a nice shadow right under there. Yeah, that looks good. All right, so now I'm going to leave on this for a minute. There's a little flake of something there. Okay. Sip of coffee. But you can see how long this is going to take. Look how big this is, guys. Look how much more I still got to go. It's big. It's 9.5 by 13. All right, I'm going to start on the skin here. Let's ask another question. Okay, well, they're talking about if you went on an African safari, but maybe if there's animals that you like in Australia. If you went on some kind of a wildlife animal, photography shoot, what animal would you want to see more than any other animal anywhere in the world? What animal would you want to see? And let's not say in a zoo, because you can see anything in a zoo, but well, I guess it doesn't matter where you see it. What animal would you love to see up close and personal, like in the wild? Oh, the color of her hair? I don't see any of her hair. I see no hair. Totally covered up. There's no hair. Oh, you want to see orcas? Yeah. Jean, I think Jean's going to stream later, Eileen, and Debbie Epps right after her. Tonight. Later. 4 or 5, something like that. I'm not sure. They didn't say. Okay, I really should have my brush here. Where's my brush? So I'm not whipping this around with my hands, because I'll smear it. Okay, let's go back to our skin. Now I think I will go, let me get some dark brown. I want to get some dark brown. That's my Tuscan red. Where's my dark brown? They look alike. Okay, here's my dark brown. And I want to start getting in some of the deepest shadows first. Next. Elephants in Africa. Azure said the gorillas. LBO said leopard or panther. Or owls. Yeah, little book owl, LBO. Owls. Terry said elephants in Africa. I know what I would want to see. I'll let y'all finish. Pandas. You're going to stream at 6. So Jean's going to stream at 6 for about an hour, and then Debbie will follow at about 7. Debbie will be on at 7. Okay. I might be able to make some of that, Jean, because it'll be after dinner. You want to hold a koala. Jean says a koala. Bloom said a silverback gorilla. Yeah, Barb Owen is at 2 on Ustream. I mean YouTube. She doesn't do Ustream anymore. Yeah, I need to stop. This is already at 2.5 hours. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this and do part 2. Because this is now 2.5, so I still have 12, 31, 30. Yeah, I still have 2.5 hours before Barb comes on, so I can do a whole nother segment. So let me go ahead and stop this. I'm not leaving you guys in chat. My animal would be a lemur. Y'all know I love me some lemurs. That's my landing with lemur is my, here, let me see, I got one up here. My business card and my logo on everything. I love me some lemurs. Let me see if I can reach this though. I can't think I can get past this lamp here. Oh my gosh. I can't reach it. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to. sorry. Where I can't get past this. It's stuck behind a lamp. Oh my gosh. Seriously? I seriously can't get it. There we go. All right. So. There. My postcards and my business cards are lemurs. This is one of my giant posters. Well, not that giant. It's a poster. This is from a poster. So I love me some lemurs, and this is what I use for my header on YouTube and everything. So let me go ahead and stop this, guys, and we'll come back and work some more on her face. I don't know. This is from Indonesia, Lisa, and right now I think it's out of stock. I think he's going to do a reprint from what everybody said. Squamoon Tracy would be able to tell you, or I think somebody said they went on Facebook and said it's out of stock and he's reprinting. Thanks, Terry. So let me go ahead and stop this recording, guys, and I'll start another segment so we have plenty of time to work on our face. And if you're watching on YouTube, thanks for watching, guys, and I'm going to go ahead and do a part 2. So I'll be right back. Thanks, guys.